On September 10, 1945, naval aviation took a giant leap forward with the commissioning of the USS Midway. Along with being the largest ship in the world, she became a pioneer in new standards of naval aviation, proudly serving the United States Navy from the end of World War II through Desert Storm. Midway has always been a symbol of liberty, freedom, and peace. Over the course of her 47 years at sea, she played a critical role in international conflicts and humanitarian missions.
Marathon deployments in the 1960s and the 1970s led to the nickname USS Never Dock. For many, it simply became Midway Magic.
The Midway now serves as a museum and tribute to the thousands of proud men who once guided her through the oceans of the world.
Even in retirement, Midway stands watch over America's most precious resource, our youth. She is host to the Live It and Learn It educational program, hands-on activities, and onboard classes that uniquely teach math, science, and citizenship to children in Southern California.
The Midway Education Program is attempting to reach out to all students around the San Diego County area. And the way we intend to do that is through our No Child Left Ashore program. That's our scholarship program to bring kids that otherwise can't afford the minimal tuition or even the bus transportation to come on board and really have a wonderful experience on board the Midway. Not only do we get to take them down to classrooms where they learn the background and the theory of the math and science equations, but if you want to teach Newton's laws or the laws of physics, there's nothing like taking them out of that classroom environment after they have the theory behind it and taking them up to the catapult of an aircraft carrier and totally capture their imagination about what Newton's laws are really all about.
It is vital that we renew our educational commitment to math and science if America is to remain competitive in the global marketplace. With scholarship programs such as Midway's No Child Left Ashore program, Midway is dedicated to empowering the next generation in the fields of math and science.
It is really important that our children learn math and science at a young age because a lot of times in the schools, they are not provided this information. There's a lack of science and math in the schools, and so if we provide education like this, the children are going to be more apt to read books about the weather, read books about the hurricanes, figure out scientific equations on their own, and we really need that.
The Midway's Live It and Learn It educational programs are charting a new course in non-traditional educational approaches in Southern California. These programs enable children to explore science and math in everyday life, not as words and numbers in a book.
I really like that you get hands-on experiences and you actually can learn more without having to just read and summarize. You can just, be there and learn about it. But when you're here and you're looking at all the stuff, you're kind of going back in time and seeing everything that's happening and actually learning it at the same time.
What I like best is that the tour, you get to see up close like a Navy life and what they went through and the ship and stuff.
Alternative teaching methods like the Midway are very vital to our children because children learn in different ways. Some children may be able to learn just out of a book. Some children, need to learn by feeling it. Well, at the Midway, it's all hands-on activities, and most children learn the best when they're doing hand-on activities. And so that's why the children they're gonna leave the Midway knowing what to do, and they will forever remember this experience.
It was a better way to learn for me because usually when I'm in class, I'm just sitting in the desk and I don't learn that much from a book. It's better for me to have something that I could learn from, like measuring and stuff like that.
Expanding the types of educational opportunities such as No Child Left Ashore and making them widely available to all children regardless of circumstance is the next mission for the Midway. It is this type of teaching and learning that will help ensure a bright future not only for our children, but for our country as well.
One of the big challenges that we're seeing in our education programs here in America is the lack of individuals that end up going into the traditional hard sciences and engineering curriculums in our colleges. In fact, in a lot of places, we're being overtaken by other countries. Here on the Midway, we think if you can make math, science, and physics exciting to young people, it will capture their imagination, and the proof is in our experiences since we started this program.
It was very, very organized, and they had everything ready, and the children came in, and the lessons that they did with the children were just, they're wonderful. And the children, there was anyone behaving bad because everyone was concentrating on what to do.
I think as we move forward, it's imperative upon the leadership here in America to create educational institutions that rekindle that passion for the sciences. I think non-traditional venues like the USS Midway Museum are exactly what we need for the future.
It's these results, these children, and the future that lies ahead of them that makes supporting the No Child Left Ashore Scholarship Program even more critical.
There are a lot of real fresh minds out there in our school system. And when you give to the scholarship program here for the USS Midway, we literally see that no child in San Diego County will be left ashore from having at least the opportunity to come on board the ship and have those math and science and physics and hard science brain cells activated in a way that they may become interested and who knows, maybe one day become an engineer.
What I want to be is be an engineer for the Navy.
When I grow up, I would like to be a teacher.
When I grow up after this, I probably want to be in the Air Force, driving these planes. Pretty cool.